Hello everyone, this is PK Entertainment and we are back again, and here now we have another video for you, and we unfortunately have to reflect on the very sad passing of actress Nichelle Nichols. She recently passed away at the age of 89 years old. It was confirmed that she passed away from natural causes, which was attributed to heart failure. Now, the actress was born on December the 28th, 1932 and began her career in more small theatrical productions, and she also did some occasional modelling work. Then, of course, she took on one of the most iconic roles in all of television and fandom in general, when we were introduced to her as Lieutenant Nytoa Uhura in the original Star Trek original series in 1967. Now, she amazingly refused the role, and she had to be encouraged by Martin Luther King in order to stay within the television program, as she was playing a vital role model for both black children and women, and this of course was broadcast at the time during the civil rights movement. Now, in the role, she played the communications officer who assumed control of the bridge, and multiple episodes would see her actually in charge of missions, as well as playing other pivotal roles within the show. Now, her role as Uhura has always carried so much significance, whether it be due to her race or also due to her looks as well. Now, the other significance of her role as Uhura was that she was involved in one of the first interracial kisses on US television, in a scene which involved both her and James T. Kirk. Now, of course, something like this is considered very minor nowadays, but at the time this was hugely important in helping breaking down the barriers in terms of racial relations, and very much trying to build the interracial dynamics between certain characters that were portrayed on the big screen. Now, in terms of the character, Nichelle would go on to maintain her role throughout the entire series of the original incarnation, which ran for over 3 seasons, and she was continually involved in all of the live action movies, so everything from the motion picture all the way through to Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country. And as mentioned before, Uhura has always remained, perhaps still, the most iconic female character in all of Star Trek. And what was special about the role is that she wasn't put there purely for looks or eye candy. Her character was able to gain prominence and respect amongst the other male characters of the group, and this is again something that was so distinctive about Star Trek, is that it has always been about diversity of characters, in making sure that everybody on the bridge had earned their place and had respect of their other crew members, and Uhura was a distinctive member of that mindset. Now, the role of Uhura, as we all know, was passed on to and played by actress Zoe Saldana in a 2009 J.J. Abrams reboot. But despite how well Zoe performed in the role, many people still see Nichelle as the originator and the most iconic version of the character. Now, she did have smaller roles after Star Trek, and she did various appearances on television as well as voiceover for certain animation. After the series had ended, Nichelle had concentrated her life far more on promoting and recruiting astronauts for NASA, and she did this all the way from 1977 all the way to 2015. Much like the series itself, Nichelle wanted to play a key role in promoting diversity and racial equality within the organisation. So looking back on this, it's always important when we have actresses such as Nichelle Nichols who are able to come through and play iconic characters that could transcend and cross over during mainstream audiences and television series. And again, what made it so special is that Uhura was very much treated as an equal and determined by her abilities rather than her racial orientation. And of course, we've continued to see many black female characters within the franchise, some of which have gone on to actually lead the Star Trek series. And when we see that kind of prominence, it's always important to remember where exactly that lineage started from. So once again, it's just very sad news as we pass reflection on the recent passing away of Nichelle Nichols, a fine actress and indeed a fine individual who has always dedicated her life to promoting diversity and representation, as well as playing without question one of the most iconic characters within all of the Star Trek franchise. So we take this moment again to reflect on the sad passing of Nichelle Nichols, who recently passed away at the age of 89 years old. May she go on to live long and prosper long after she has passed away. So a very sad reflection on Nichelle Nichols passing away at the age of 89 years old.